Hey everyone, I'm Liam,
And I'm Kelly.
and we're presenting Dynamix, which is an automatic DJ based off of real-time affect detection of crowds, emotion detection, really. Dynamix is focused on three different aspects. Firstly, we'd love to read the room. A lot of DJs have a tough time doing this, so if we can get that down, we've already found ourselves in a good spot. Then we wanted to pick a song, and finally, time a transition. So yeah, we're here at the biggest part of our project. I guess the part that you've all been waiting for, which is the demo. The demo, we actually tested it at MIT Sigma Alpha Epsilon in our party room. And although last time we showed you what it was like in a classroom setting with good lighting and one person, here we have a dark lighting condition, and we had about 9 participants, and we wanted to see if it worked. So we recorded about half an hour worth of footage and did a few different tests. One where the system was sensitive to head count, which means we wanted we wanted the system to also be able to detect whether people were leaving the party, and if they were leaving the party, then maybe we would want the song to transition quickly, not only just because of the faces going negative. This actually turned out to result in songs changing very quickly, as you'll see. Or I guess we don't have a video right here to show you, but you can see that the 1.9 songs per minute is a lot higher than the 0.81 songs per minute, which is when we removed this feature of tracking how many heads were on the dance floor. So yeah, here is a video of the test that we had.
Yeah, oh yeah, one more time.
Think I'm Randy Savage when I hit you with that drop kick. Hop in, walk out, pipe up, clock out, new wrist, watch out, little bitch that's a knockout. Hop in, walk out. Tell me what you know about dreaming, dreaming. You don't really know about nothing, nothing. Tell me what you know about the night terrors.
Something loud, another rocket shot. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for.
So what we found worked well was that the songs were able to transition quickly and smoothly. And we also found that the system was good at recognizing extreme emotions, even better than the average DJ would at detecting when audiences didn't vibe with the song. And it also performed reasonably well in low light conditions, even though we we're testing it in well-lit environments, and we didn't use a night vision camera at all. But there are a few points where it didn't work so well. So mainly the model failed to pick up on faces moving around quickly and in the dark, which also impacted the quality of the crowd sentiment analysis, and also meant that transitioning based on the number of faces was extremely sensitive.
So yeah, going a little bit more into how we implemented Dynamix. Here's a bit of a diagram of all the different tools and packages that we relied on. So you can see that on the left, we have the inputs, which are the webcam. And on the output side, we are playing on a speaker, as well as having a little bit of a UI. And a lot of the steps in the middle are surrounding the crowd sentiment analysis, and then doing the song selection and then transitioning. So on the crowd sentiment side, we have a few computer vision related things. So we have OpenCV, which is being used to capture the frames of the faces. And then also we're setting out all those frames using over to Hume AI, which is actually doing the processing of the different emotions. We have all the categories, and we'll show you in a second exactly how we're doing that. But on the song transitioning side, we are using Spotify API to inform the different audio features that we're using to choose the next song, as well as using a NumPy and PyDub for actually doing the audio processing, and Pygame is helping out with the UI.
So a little bit more into the algorithms that we developed for the system. In terms of sentiment analysis, we created a sliding window of 20 frames to kind of keep track of the history of the crowd sentiment. And then we used the individual emotion analysis returned from Hume to calculate the average crowd sentiment as positive or negative, and then store that in the sliding window. And then using the sliding window information, we determined if an emergency transition needs to be triggered by detecting that, for the last 20 frames, the majority of the crowd sentiment has been negative. So going into how we decided which song should be played next, we first calculated the similarity between all songs based on 5 features: danceability, energy, tempo, loudness, and valence, which is all information we got from Spotify API's audio features endpoint. Then we chose a random song based on similar songs in the past that have done well. And then going into how we transition the songs, we calculated the timestamp of the current song and how to line it up with the song we're transitioning to, so it lines up with the beat drop. And then we gradually applied a high pass filter of the current song to the current song, and then increase the volume of the next song. And then we continuously generate a wave file and feed it into the audio mixer.
All right, so some interesting failures that we bumped into. One is that the head count is too sensitive, as we mentioned earlier. So you can see that the number of songs per minute is a lot higher when we take into account the number of people who have left the dance floor and try to transition if too many people have left. The problem here is that we see that a lot of the time, Dynamix isn't able to always pick up all the faces, especially because people are moving on the dance floor and the lighting isn't perfect. Another thing we noticed was that when songs are because the songs are chosen randomly at the beginning, and then later sort of become less random because of the history of how songs performed, the audience found some of the early transitions a little bit jarring. This is expected, but it was really interesting to see people responding to it. And then finally, we also saw that audience members weren't as pleased as us as developers were with how fast our video stream was. They actually would have appreciated if the UI was always showing their face, not only when different frames are being taken and sent over to the Hume API. So in a future version, we plan to make it more real time. Yeah, that's about all that we've presented or gotten together for this version. We look forward to making more progress with the final report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see.